Did you know that the coat of an M&M is made of several dyes and chemicals? Our experiment was to find and separate the dyes in a red, green, and brown M&M. Our investigative question was, how does the color of the candy affect the amount of dyes in it?
After researching, we found out that there was a process to do this called chromatography. In a nutshell, chromatography is where you separate a dye using a solvent. Chromatography is the separation of mixtures from a solvent.
We predicted that the brown M&Ms would have the most amount of dyes because theoretically it is all the colors combined. When we changed the color to green, we predicted it will have the second most amount of colors since it's a secondary color. And when we changed the color of the M&M to red, we predicted it would only have one and the least amount of dyes. Our experiment showed on average that the brown had 4.6 dyes, the green M&Ms had 2.2 dyes, and the red M&Ms had 1 dye.
Our test results look like this. We got this and found it pretty reasonable because the results matched our hypothesis. We found out that chromatography is fun and enjoyable. We learned how to do it. You just take the dye that you want to separate, let the water touch the tip of the paper, and then let the water take over. Over time, the dye separates like magic.
If we were to try to do this experiment again, we would make the spots on the paper thicker. We would also try to adjust the light so we could see our results more clearly. We would also try to do this outside so it would dry faster and we would be more precise. In conclusion, our experiment's results can help identify what components are in M&M candies. It can
also help people identify ingredients in other things such as food and drugs. Chromatography is used today by pharmaceutical and food and beverage companies. It is used to make sure that the product was made the way it was intended.